everything you normally do at practice last night?
He did. He did.
I think I saw him slide feet first for the first time on Saturday for that first down, but then of course later he kind of reverted back. He's kind of out of control.
Yeah.
Is that something that you talk to him a lot about, sliding feet first, and will you coach him to do that going forward, especially given your situation at quarterback?
Absolutely. I mean, we run our quarterbacks. That's what we do. So our quarterbacks have to be a part of it. But yeah, you got to be smart. We coach him to be smart, and he's a young player. That wasn't very smart. He was out of control, and just I love his effort, but there's a time for that, and then there's a time to let's live for another play. And so he just got to, because he can run. Trevor can move. He can navigate the pocket very well, and I think as we continue to watch him grow, that's one of his best attributes is his ability. I mean, the one that he scrambled on, that was a scramble. They went 2-man on us on first down, and he recognized it. He let the pass lane set. He knows that they got nobody for him, and he made a nice little 8-yard gain. Got down. It's now 2nd and 2, and that's what good quarterbacks do. You got great recognition that way, and he's got the ability to make you pay if you give him some of those advantageous opportunities to run, and then he can extend plays. But that was a breakdown in the play. He's expecting protection, and we didn't set the edge the way we needed to. And it just was a bad decision on his part. So yeah, he'll learn from it moving forward.
Was it more of a concussion issue or a neck issue after you had a chance to evaluate?
They felt more of a neck issue. It was kind of he got crap knocked out of him, and so it was head and neck. And like I said, he had some pain, and they have a whole protocol of all that stuff. And it's you get put in concussion protocol, for anything that creates a symptom. It's just not something that you mess with. And so like I said, told you all the day, he wanted to come back and play the second half, but it was just don't know. So they did not feel comfortable. Especially with what the pain he was having in his neck, and but he really responded well after the game, and they put him in the protocol, and they have all there's a metrics or whatever. I have no idea what they do, but he was really good that night, Sunday, and then same thing yesterday. Came in and worked out Monday morning, and looked good last night.
What was your assessment of how he played before?
Played well. He played well. He was 60-something% completion. I don't remember exactly, but I want to say he was, I don't know, what was it, maybe 10 or 15 or something like that, or maybe a few more attempts than that. But 12 or 17 or something like that. But he had a good game. He missed a couple throws that he would like to have had back. I think he was just a little amped up, but he did a nice job. We had the one screw up on the exchange, which was costly, but I think he got good experience and kind of got that first start out of the way too, and all the stuff with that. I think he's in a good spot, and Bryce as well. So it worked out well in the end.
Dabo Dortch lines up in the slot. There's a lot of stress on the safeties and the linebackers, and Isaiah Simmons specifically in this game. You guys got a plan for this guy?
Yeah, we got a plan. We got to execute the plan, but we definitely got a plan, no doubt. But he is a really good player, especially again, there's a lot of times that the ball's getting thrown and the quarterback is 1.5 yards, 2 yards behind the center. So, and that puts pressure because they're well designed and well schemed, and he'll buy time, and boom, he'll slip you. Because what they're trying to do is create clean throwing lanes for that quarterback, and he's a problem. He's a handful. He's a very good player, and they'll move him around. They'll move him around and do different things with him. They're going to make sure he touches the ball for sure. He's their guy.
What's the biggest difference between this Wake Forest team and previous Wake Forest teams?
Not much. The biggest difference is there's some unknowns on the defensive side going into this game because they got a new guy that's calling it, and we've only got one game against the team that they were just way overmatched against. So that's the biggest unknown. But they are who they are on offense. They believe in what they do. They have an identity. They've recruited well to what they do. They're built to run the ball. That's what they do. I mean, they're going to run the ball and try to action you to death. And so you just got to do a great job with executing your plan and trying to be disruptive up front. Try to win your matchups against them and leverage the ball. They will try to get outside of you as well. And then you got to play. You got to play man coverage. You got to be able to play man coverage and win the matchup.
Is substitution even more of an issue with them than Syracuse? It seems like they don't sub a lot on offense.
Yeah. You got to be able to get your hand down quick, get the signal in quick. Because, like I said, there's sometimes they're snapping. I don't even know how they got the play called. But most of what they're doing is built in. And this quarterback is really confident, really schooled up in what he's looking at. And then they just do a nice job. I mean, I know they're -3, I think, in the turnover margin, but they do a nice job with the exchange and the timing of, hey, you got it, I got it. I mean, they have a good feel for that. It's kind of a unique tempo, the way the back, he's not just a downhill guy. It's just kind of like golf cart speed, and just trying to just create gaps, in your defense, and then he hits it or he pulls it. So there's just they're very well coached, and they do a great job of teaching their scheme.
What do you have to see out of Trevor, like timeline-wise, for him to be able to go Saturday at Wake, or do you expect him to be able to play?
Oh, I definitely expect him to be able to play. I mean, like I said, that's why they put him back in practice last night, and I don't see anything a reason why he wouldn't.
Coach, going back to George, he and Kayvon Wallace went to the same high school. Was he ever a guy that was on y'all's radar when you were scouting Kayvon?
No. That doesn't mean he's not a great player. It just, a lot of times for us, as you all know, I mean, we might, what year is he? He's a redshirt sophomore, so third year, whoever we're recruiting. Then a lot of times we'll have our number committed already, early. We weren't on Kayvon. We weren't on Kayvon until January. I didn't know who Kayvon Wallace was until 2 weeks before signing day. But that was because we didn't have scholarships for DBs that year. And, all of a sudden we had like 4 guys leave after that first national championship game because I have to count on them coming back. And they decided to leave, and so we ended up having some spots. And we were able to go get Nolan Turner, who's really turning into a great player for us. We were able to get Isaiah Simmons out of Kansas, and we got Kayvon. And then we got Trayvon Mullen. That was our 4. So, we hit it out a home run in January on those guys.
Can you give some insight on the balance between like an RPO mindset of we're going to see what the defense does and take what they give us, and then on the other end, at some points like Saturday, regardless of what they do, we're going to slam the run. The balance between them.
Yeah, well, I just think that some of our best plays were RPOs last week, and just once we got the run game going, the action game, we had a couple just pure action calls, and then we had some really good RPO stuff where we pulled it. And even the touchdown to the one that Travis broke on the right side there on our sideline, toward the one before the last, that was an RPO. And chased it. That's a quarterback being ready, and he went in and he made the right decision, and so he gave the ball. We actually had I thought we were going to get the pass on that, but they kept the safety high. We handed it. Travis was able to bounce it and make a guy miss, and it was a touchdown. So, but it starts with the quarterback making the right decision, first of all, and then, but. We got in a situation Saturday where, obviously Chase was a little wobbly early, and we didn't want to put a lot on his plate. I just felt like we had to find a way to just force. And I thought we were just better up front. I thought we were better on the back end, and that if we could just get to the second level, we could get positive yards and stay on schedule. And so just a matter of, stopping some of the negative plays and critical mistakes. And so we just forced the issue. And if you watch the tape, that's what there were some plays where they had guys there. They just couldn't tackle us. Our guy was better than their guy. And when you're playing really, really good people, that's not always the case, And so you have to. That's why you want to have balance in your offense, and you want to be able to take advantage of what they give you. And we've always done that. But Saturday it was a situation where I felt like we was putting too much pressure on Chase early. Let's let this kid settle down a little bit. Especially after through the pig. TJ ran a good route. And, he just made a bad throw. We missed the little quick out cut. So we're getting off schedule. Trying to run our offense, and it just really was a reflection of just him, just first time playing in that situation. But as we got the run game going, and so we just started changing it up. We just gapped them, and then we zoned them. We just kept a good mix going, and our guys did a great job. We had some really good blocks up front, and some really good blocks at tight end, and some really good blocks at wide out. It was just a mindset that I think everybody took on, that, hey, if we're going to get it done, and the backs knew that, I told them, hey, you guys, we're going to have to get it done. Let's go. And so everybody took great pride in that. And then once we kind of settled in a little bit, when we had to have it, and you saw that when he came back and he threw 2 strikes in a row to Justin Ross, I was like, all right, this kid's, he's kind of got us. This is all right. Chase is back. All right, we got Chase Bryce now. We got the full guy out there, and so that was critical for us. But it was just sometimes that you got to find a way, and we went with what we thought was best, and put it on the guys up front and our backs. We kind of took a lot of the options away from the quarterback. But when we're at our best, that quarterback is armed. Some of our best plays. And listen, we've played 5 games, and right now after 5 games, we're career. This is the all-time career high for yards per play. We're averaging over 7 yards a play, which if the season ended today would be the all-time high in the history of Clemson football. So we've been unbelievably explosive, and even Trevor. Trevor's played 4.5 games, and he's like top 10 in the country. He's done a nice job. He's the reason for that. One of the reasons for that explosiveness, the way our backs are playing. We just got to clean up some stuff. Stupid penalties, stupid turnovers, costly critical errors, some technique things. Fundamentally, that we got to do a better job, especially on some of the twists up front. Just recognition of a few things. We're really that. We're like right there from I think being special on offense. So we